Good day, everyone. Welcome to Trinity Music Academy and Eli Services Limited, Nigeria, where we repair musical instruments, we sell musical instruments, and we train people how to play musical instruments. The digital motherboard inside this cabinet was brought to us by a technician. So he's also a keyboard technician, but he doesn't know how to fix the motherboard. So that was why we asked him to bring the motherboard. So the cabinet is actually here. The model of the keyboard is YAMAHA PSR 740. So the issue with the keyboard was actually sound issue. So we just told him to bring the motherboard. So we have inserted the motherboard into this cabinet now. We want to switch it on to confirm the issue with it. So the keyboard comes up, the keyboard displays, you can see. So it doesn't have any issue with booting. It has completed booting like this, but it just begin to make noise that you won't be able to control it. So we can see that is the kind of noise the keyboard is making. So all the keys, they are not playing. You can't play any beat, you can't play demo, you can't play any song. So until you fix that kind of thing, and the issue is actually from the digital motherboard. So what we need to know now is to check the motherboard and let you know related components or components that are related to this kind of fault whenever you have this kind of issue. So this is the internal part of the keyboard. So the motherboard doesn't have any components at the back. So these are all the components on the digital motherboard. So like we usually say that there is section on keyboard. We have section for power, we have section for display, we have section for functioning, we have section for sound, and we have a section for secondary functions too. And that's about all these USB, MIDI, and all those ones. But when you are talking about sound, everything you want to talk about will revolve around this place and this particular two-wave room. So these are the wave RAM. They work for sound. I think the person has actually changed it. This is the tone generator that generates sound for the keyboard. So this particular one is the DAC, usually known as sound. So it is the digital to analog converter. This is the analog to digital converter. This one works for microphone and some other input, auxiliary inputs, and some other ones. So this particular one is the DC to DC converter. This one is for power. There's a particular voltage regulator here. I think the person has actually removed it. So it's a 9 volts voltage regulator. It will convert the 12 volts coming from the power panel. It will convert it to 9 volts, and it will come here. This particular one is 5 volts. So it will convert 9 volts to 5 volts. It is the 5 volts that will now be supplied to all the sound related issue. This particular one is 3.3 volts regulator, but this one is for other functions. But for powering of the sound, we need just 5 volts, and the 12 volts will become here to become 5 volts. This voltage regulator will turn it to 5 volts. This particular one will turn the 9 volts to 5 volts, and the 5 volts will be supplied here. So everything we want to work on will be around this particular area or the tone generator. So when you have this kind of issue, there's no point you coming here, because this particular one is just for the display, and all this one are the main SD RAM for the booting, and we don't have issue with booting. This one is also for the booting. This one is for the diskette. So when you want to work on the motherboard, you work on the components that are related or associated with that particular fault. So because we are working with sound now, these are the things we are going to test. And after the diagnosis, after we have discovered the faulty component, we will just desolder it and put brand new one inside so that the keyboard will be able to work. So after the diagnosis now, and after we worked on it, we are still going to make another video to show that the keyboard has been worked on and everything on the keyboard is actually working well. So the keyboard has been successfully fixed. So most of the components related to sound on the board actually has issue because there was excess voltage coming into the board. So I think when they were trying to remove the voltage regulator 9 volts, so it has affected most of those components, the DAC, the 5 volts regulator, and some other ones. So we have actually desoldered everything and we have fixed the brand new ones into it. So the keyboard is actually working well now, the motherboard. So we just want to switch it on. So it has completed booting now. So the issue of noise has been eliminated from the keyboard. So whenever you have issue with your keyboard, or whether it's a synthesizer, a MIDI keyboard, or irrespective of anything with your keyboard, just try as much as possible to contact us so that you'll be able to diagnose. That's when you will know the faulty component. You'll be able to remove the bad one, then we're able to solder the good one. So If you want to contact us, you can call or send a WhatsApp message to 070-344-81622 or 081-3402-5174. If you are in Lagos, you can visit us at number 3 Victoria Close off Orchid Street, Diamond Estate bus stop along Isheri Lasso Road, Lagos. Thanks for watching.